is Master Chief, Sierra 117, reporting from UNSC High Command. You're now tuned in to Immaculate Connection. Lock and load, and finish the fight. Chief out.
Real life callouts.
Real life callouts, hosted by Savant and Goodbarz. Season 2, episode 1. Bro, we here. We made it.
We survived it.
We survived it. How you feeling today?
Well, I feel really good considering I was deathly ill with an unknown upper respiratory controversial sickness.
Like that?
Honestly, man, and to this day, we really don't know what it was. Everybody got sick and something.
Yeah. And then you came back and you survived it. And you here right now and your voice is strong as ever.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. We back at band practice. Feels good. Back exercising, except for the fact that Johnny's making funny faces at me through the lobby doors in the vestibule. For those of you that are listening from the NASA space station, or those of you who are listening from iTunes or Spotify, your favorite podcast, or even like social media, if you're on social media, you can see us on the video feed. But most of the people that are listening to this, well, they're not watching us. But if you were watching us, you would know that my face is filled with disgust for Johnny making silly faces at me through the vestibule and lobby windows.
Yes.
So if you guys don't know, this is Real Life Callouts. Real Life Callouts is a podcast brought to you by our gaming community, Immaculate Connection Gaming. We can be found almost everywhere and nowhere. We're a Halo-based community. Right now we're still playing Halo 5 in Master Chief Collection. Of course, we like all Halo titles. We don't just play Halo video games. We play all video games. We're also playing Far Cry right now.
Yes, we are playing Far Cry 6 on Immaculate Connection Gaming. But Real Life Callouts is a podcast. We talk about news and tech and a lot of things that's been going on in the world right now.
Like what?
Oh man, you heard about the whistle blowing, the blowing of the whistle?
Let's get to it right now. I think that if anybody needs to be brought up to date, there was a 60-minute segment.
Yes, it was a news interview.
And there's this young lady that I guess she worked on, the content control and security of all things in Facebook, and we'll get together with all products in Facebook, but social media in general, and saying, how harmful that some of these sites have become or can be, and how it encourages young people, young ladies to practice self-destructive behaviors, and more on that in a moment. If that's the news, Mark has got it. He's created a monster here.
He did.
The Zuck has he's poked his way in everybody's face. He's in the book, and he's zucked, he's liked, he's swiped, he's poked his way into your life, and now there's a young lady that is blowing all over his whistle.
Oh man.
She's blowing the Zuck,
whistle
and
while you
now
twerk,
she's letting everybody know. If you could shed some light on her and her mission.
Yes, the whistle, the official whistleblower, the blower of the whistle.
That's not her name, is it?
Her name is Frances Haugen.
No, it isn't.
Yes, that's her name. Her name is Frances. This is Frances, and she's a former data scientist at Facebook. Has led to what may be the most threatening scandal in the company's history. The pressure was turned on this Tuesday, October 5th, when Haugen testified before a Senate subcommittee. She provided a clear and detailed glimpse inside a notoriously secretive tech giant. She said Facebook harms children, sows division, and undermines the democracy in pursuit of breakneck growth and astronomical profits.
And you know what? Who's going to argue with that?
No,
look,
who?
She worked for the company. I want to make it perfectly clear. She has some inside points of view.
She had the papers.
I don't know if he took his Zuck out of her mouth before she blew the whistle, but whatever the case is,
she's mad.
She's upset.
She's upset.
And now she has unfriended him. She's unfriended him, and he may even be blocked at this point.
Yes.
So he's created this monster,
platforms.
and I think overall people have to understand we've gotten a little out of control with social media, like
Yes.
all of us, like especially
Yes.
you know, with being inside for a year. A lot of people really watch their mental health and quality of their life deteriorate, and we come in, we make jokes about this stuff or whatever. But seriously, it can be harmful. It has been to certain people, and everybody shares a different experience. But I thought I would come on today and we would actually talk about what the internet is. We could try to
Yes.
remember what the internet is, and then we could try to remember what social media is supposed to do, and then maybe we could all, you, I, the people at home, we could kind of rework and re-energize ourselves in our approach, considering the framework of the internet, social media, and where we go from here. So the internet, wasn't it a weapon at one time?
Yes, the internet is the world's most popular computer network. We all know this. The internet was first invented for military purposes and then expanded to the purpose of communication among scientists. The invention also came about in a part of the increasing need for computers in the 1960s. It was a research project in 1969 and became a global commercial network in the 1990s.
What do you say?
It became a global commercial
Okay,
network.
now that's what I came to talk about today. This is what I want. I tell people stuff like this on the internet all the time, and they don't believe me.
And that's plain.
So, guys,
clearly
my
here.
friends, family, fans, moment makers,
Yes.
the internet was a weapon. And then it turned into a commercial corporate tool
Yes, it did.
for buying and selling.
Yes.
So the internet is a big mall. It's not a counseling session.
No, it's not.
It's
No,
not-
it's not.
You're not a lawyer. You're not a doctor because you WebMD'd something. You're not a historian because you read the almanac. You can't go around zucking and poking and tweeting everybody you think you want to, all right? Honestly, guys, the internet is like a big mall, and if you scroll and you swipe around long enough, you'll notice you're surrounded by advertisements. And I think that we've forgotten that over time.
Yes.
We've personalized it, and we've made it feel like I was ours. And you know, even if you go look at the real life call outs Facebook page, or you go look at the Sepsis Facebook page, you know, that's not our company. You know, when you have a personal Facebook, that, you know, it's being hosted.
Yes.
By
By different entity.
Right. It's being served up and presented by Facebook products. Johnny just came in with the creamer. Come on, let's go. You wanted to interrupt the whole show. Everybody, here's John. No, come on, say hi to everybody. You want to
Say hi, Johnny. No, they can't see you. You got to come say hi.
No, you don't.
I got you.
Not if you licked it. I don't want no spoon that you've had in your mouth. I can't believe this shit. How did you get in this part of the building?
We got to have to
Some
talk to Jeff.
adjustments
Yeah,
about
we're
that.
going to talk to
Thank you.
Jeff.
Ever since you got rid of Jeff.
Thanks, man.
We're going to have to talk to Jeff again. That was Johnny, guys.
I'll tell you what the internet is not.
What's not, bro?
The internet is not a safe place.
No, it's not.
Would you?
Definitely.
I mean, you would never leave your child at the mall, would you?
No.
Would
No,
you? I mean, at
never.
a certain age, would you allow your child to walk through the flea market?
No, I would never want to put a child in a situation where it wouldn't come back safe from. No.
All right. So the internet, okay, we've gotten used to putting our families on the internet. We gotta, and you know, you have to also keep in mind that anytime that you're uploading to a cloud or you're uploading to these destinations, to this real estate, when you upload your information, when you upload your naked pictures, when you upload your driver's license, it's not like it just goes somewhere and that's it. A cloud is somebody else's hard drive.
Yes.
That's somebody else's data storage. When you upload to Spotify, you're taking advantage of their storage and their databases. When you upload your pictures and your information, the stuff you buy, where you shop, all of that information gets collected and it gets uploaded and collected in somebody else's hard drive, usually for the purposes of buying and selling. This shouldn't be a mystery to people.
No, not at all.
So to personalize and become emotional about this space that you don't own is a very distorted character defect. It's a very unnatural behavior that we're all starting to get into. We've become far too comfortable with showcasing our children and presenting, especially, you think in terms of the amount of people that upload pictures of their children to the internet. This isn't a judgment on any parent. Parents, you have the ability and the courage and power to raise your children however you see fit. But me personally, I've never uploaded a picture of any of my kids on the internet, and the only reason why I haven't is because I've had a very firm, clear understanding that the internet is a big flea market.
Yeah.
My first experiences with the internet are through music and advertising. I don't have a William Savant, character page. No. I don't have any there's no personal pieces of me that are presented online like a lot of people have collected. I know that your Snapchat and your Instagram, for some people, this is like your family photo album.
Yes.
And it can become personal.
Yes, definitely.
This is where, you meet with friends and you hang out with the Pokemon guys, and maybe you coordinate and organize and host holiday parties or family reunions. Social media, the internet has become a massive hub and tool for people to connect and network with each other. And I think that's an awesome thing.
Yes, definitely.
But I want you guys to all kind of picture in your mind right now, think if you were watching somebody else's kids or something, or your own. Soft, gentle, innocent young people, all right? And I said to you, hey, I'm gonna fill up a big plastic bucket, all right? And I'm gonna fill this plastic bucket with soft, fuzzy cotton balls, right? So it's a big red plastic bucket, 50 gallons, filled with soft, fluffy cotton balls. And in this plastic bucket of cotton balls, I take one needle. It's a sewing needle, and I throw it in the bucket, and I shake up that one needle.
Yeah.
Okay?
Definitely.
It's like literally finding a needle in a haystack. It may never happen, right? So it's a 50-gallon bucket filled with cotton balls and one sharp needle. And I say, hey, I'm going to give you $10,000 if you tell that kid to jump in that bucket, and
not a person in their right mind would ever do that.
Not an adult in their right mind
not
would
one
take
person.
a child's arm and stick it in a plastic bucket full of cotton balls if they knew that even one little needle. Isn't it? I mean, the child's not even going to die.
No,
I didn't say the needle was dipped in, COVID-19.
No.
I said just a simple sterile sewing needle, and I said, hey man, just stick that baby's arm in that bucket, and grab that 10 grand for me. Most. Some of you out there, I'm skeptical, but most kind, civility, most caring, kind, responsible adults would never risk, sticking a child's arm in a bucket of cotton balls.
Not at all.
If they knew that there was even a needle.
Yeah.
Just one. That's what it's like when you give your kid the internet.
Yeah. Definitely.
That's what it's like when you're and this is the way I choose to look at it. This is why I've never posted up pictures of people in my family on the internet. It's just a conscious choice that I've noticed.
It's a good choice.
From the beginning of understanding what the internet has been used for. It started out as a weapon, and now it is a ball.
Yeah.
This is not the kind of place where I'm going to present, especially when kids can't drive cars until they're 16 and they have a product key and a documented a ledger and basically a receipt that holds them responsibility for operating the piece of equipment. And I think the internet should have the same, the same way that you wouldn't allow an 8-year-old to run around the mall.
Yeah.
I think we need to kind of look at the internet in the same way and remember that social media is a product, and there's two kinds of people that use that product. There's partners, and then there's users and clients.
Yep. Definitely.
And let's face it, I mean, people don't write good reviews. These companies, and what the whistleblower is pointing out, all jokes aside, she's pointing out how harmful it can be for us to view ourselves every day in this customized reality. The good old algorithm does not reward good behavior.
No, not at all.
You see, so and that's where these products start to become dangerous. When everybody's talking about the algorithm, what is that? And the algorithm's gonna come and get you. It's gonna poke you. It's gonna swipe you in your sleep. And the thing is you damn sure it is gonna.
Yeah, it can.
But it's affecting young ladies, the way that they look. Us, our beautiful young ladies, I think should be encouraged to show themselves in all their natural beauty. Maybe without filters or things like that. I mean, the encouragement, so you can see the long, broad stroke of potential benefits and dangers of the internet. And
Definitely.
I think now that it's worked itself into our everyday lives, let's face it, most people, I mean, we get our news now from social media. Authorized news sources have to compete with social media. It's a strange time. So when we're living in a time when social media has so much power delivering and presenting facts or hiding facts or distorting truths, that's what the whistle has been blown.
Yeah, that's a problem.
So that's the
problem.
topic. And I don't know if it's related, but you guys also know, like in Facebook, they've changed the name now.
Yes.
Also,
Mark Zuckerberg has made the tough decision, I guess, to change the name of the company, Facebook, to Meta.
Well, you know what they say: if you get caught metabating on Facebook, it's against the community. It's against the community standards.
He's in the metaverse, metabating. The metaverse is Mark Zuckerberg's escape plan. This is from the New York Times.
What do you mean, the escape plan from the whistleblower?
From the that's
I like Mark really because
Mark too,
because
bro.
I'm poor.
Yeah.
And Mark has decentralized big record labels and goofy entities and allowed small guys like me to play ball. So I ain't gonna pop no shit. But this is what I'm gonna say, honestly. I think it's bad timing.
Yes, very bad timing.
If you ever wanted to look like you didn't want your whistle blown, this would be the time to not change your name.
Yeah. The rebranding of Facebook. When this is by Kevin Rose of the New York Times. He said when Mark Zuckerberg appeared on screen at Facebook's Virtual Connect conference on Thursday, smiling as he wandered through sterile rooms filled with mid-century modern furniture, he looked like a man unburdened. Whistleblower. What whistleblower? Cascading a year-long trust crisis that has regulators fuming, employees bailing, and lawmakers comparing Facebook to big tobacco. That doesn't ring a bell. Instead, Mr. Zuckerberg and his lieutenants cheerfully laid out their vision for the so-called metaverse, the immersive virtual environment that Facebook, which is as Thursday, has been renamed.
Right. So now you're going to be able to MetaBate as a purple rhinoceros, and you're going to be able to do it on the mountaintops of Tahiti. I don't know. Does Tahiti have mountaintops?
I don't know Tahiti. I think Tahiti's an island, but in the metaverse, Tahiti can have mountains.
And that's why I think
that's the crazy part.
But isn't this isn't this the danger of it?
Yeah.
Is going, okay, when do we give our daughters and our young ladies, when do we give them a fair chance to represent themselves and be as beautiful as they are naturally? Without, I mean, are we going to encourage people to not be people?
I think that's along those lines of the way they're using the metaverse. I've seen
Aren't we already
avatars and
honestly, you know me, I'm celebrating this identity thing.
Yes,
but when
of
it comes
course.
to the
Being authentic.
synthetic world, how far? When do we stop?
we have to call it sometime, somewhere along
You
the
know
lines.
what this is talking about? This is talking about being on the internet and you not being you. I'm not being the me that you see in the metaphysical. This would be the verse. This would be like you could be Mr. Goodbarz, but you don't have to be African American.
Yeah,
for
Mr.
instance.
Mr. Goodbarz could be a totally different.
What we're talking about here is very realistic representations and avatars of our virtual identities.
Yes.
Do you have a problem with that?
You have a virtual ID. I think it should be 18 and plus, period. That's what I think.
You know what? And
I think it
this
should be
is-
like cigarettes.
You're so smart, bro. Because I was gonna say this works well for people that have the mental
Capacity.
health. I don't even know where to. I'm not a doctor, but
Yeah.
to me as a parent, I go, all right, different strokes for different folks.
Mm-hmm.
Some kids can handle horse playing. Some kids
Can't.
right. You know, you get a group of kids together. You know, there's different intensities. And of attention,
Yes.
and senses of reality,
Yep.
and identity and belonging. I mean, this is how you wonder why we have such a wide spectrum and appetite of unpredictable behavior, right? But are we, and this has always been. I think kids have always been kids. I don't
Yes.
think we need to like reinvent that.
No, not
But
at
as
all.
far as like, the tools of expression, that's changed a lot, and without sufficient time to measure the data.
No.
Is that fair?
Yeah, that's very fair.
I'm not saying it's the end of the world and the robots that come in and everything else and that this is a bad thing. But I don't know. I guess what I'm saying is I don't know. It's not good to WebMD yourself.
No, it's not.
It's not. You should probably go see your primary care doctor. You know what I mean?
Yes.
People go to school for years and years, and behavior science and brain science and neurology and
Talk to a professional.
and then get a second opinion.
Yeah.
Don't listen to me.
Man. As of Thursday, Facebook, the company itself, will be renamed as Meta. The app will remain as Facebook, although everyone except for a few professional obligated financial journalists will probably keep calling it Facebook. It is trying to build. And as with most Facebook strategy announcements, Thursday's rebranding formalized a shift that has been underway for years. The company already has more than 10,000 people working on augmented and virtual reality.
In closing, in understanding this doesn't mean that you're not going to be able to find your Pokemon Go group tomorrow morning.
No.
This doesn't mean the Halo Infinite group is going away. Go look. Your Facebook's still there. Your Instagram.
Everything
All
is
of your
there.
little Facebook products are still organized. Everyone's freaking out about this thing.
I know.
Oh.
I've seen that. A lot of people are getting mad about it. They're blaming
rappers,
Francis.
Rappers change their name all the time.
all the time.
And nothing bad ever happens.
Nothing.
So let Mark have his fun. But it does segue into a very important topic.
Yes.
And that's the gaming community.
Yes, Immaculate Connection Gaming.
Immaculate Connection Gaming being a Halo-based community, we take advantage of spending our time with y'all on the internet as much as we possibly can. So remembering what the internet is about, reminding ourselves what we're doing on social media brings me to reminding myself of what we're doing in the gaming community. And I know that like 3 weak dudes left the gaming community and encouraged like 3 other weak people. But guys, the weak can only encourage the weak. I don't know why I've had to redefine over and over again what Immaculate Connection Gaming is. But I'm going to do it one more time.
Break it down.
We went over what the internet is about.
Yes.
We went over the goals of, social media and the trouble that's associated with. We also know that being a gaming community on the Microsoft network, being a gaming community on the Xbox Live social network comes with the same obstacles and the same backroom bullshit that happens on the internet. We're talking about bullying kids. We're talking about manipulating people, confusing people. I want to make it perfectly clear. Immaculate Connection Gaming is for future gamers, meaning naturally people who may not have played Halo before.
Yes.
Meaning people who may not be as talented or as popular as you. ICG Immaculate Connection is and never will be the boys club.
Never. Not once.
Never did we say that ICG was going to be a competitive or a pro gaming league.
Not once.
And let me make it perfectly clear. We never will be. Definably, we've never been against pro gaming.
No.
We've offered to maybe even sponsor some gamers who had the attention span, who had the organizational skills, and who were mature enough to hold themselves accountable when working in groups of people. Yeah, I think we'd be open to sponsoring something like that. I might even put my own money into it.
Definitely.
But not for 3 weak dudes that want to encourage the weakest people in the group. So you get no points for that, y'all. You get to play with each other by yourselves. The gaming
MetaBate.
community, when we see weaker members in the gaming community, when we see people who might not understand the game, when we see people who are new to Halo, when we see people that are new to Xbox, when we see young women, when we see young folks or people that might have mental obstacles, or they might have handicaps or deficiencies, make no mistake, we love those people. We're gonna work with those people. You gotta understand that this community was built by people for people, not an exclusive group of popular characters that have special abilities.
No.
Immaculate Connection, our gaming community, is meant for all ages and colors and shapes and sizes and skill levels of people, with the idea that the same way we understand the internet, the same way that we've told you about social media today, the same way we told you about buying and selling and marketing, and we made some jokes with it and we goofed off with it. But the whole point was for me to represent and redictate and redefine once again to you the time that we spend in researching and developing and networking and partnering up and doing businesses with some of the biggest companies in the world. Google, Facebook, people like this are partners of ours. People like this, we work with these people every day. We talk with them face to face. We go to meetings with Facebook face to face. This is an education. I hope this is an educational segment for y'all. Not to prove to you anything else that we've taken the time to do the research about the technology and the future of what developers are looking to achieve with gaming. And it's not the good old boys.
No.
It's not, it's not. Pro gaming is a big thing, but pro gaming also represents a very small demographic when it comes to gaming as a whole. Me and Infinite have talked about this.
Yep.
A lot of guys that are hip to buying and selling on the internet and understanding technology and what game developers are trying to achieve. This is stuff that me and Goodbarz are into. Being that we're in the gaming community, and also as curators and buyers and sellers on the internet ourselves, it's important for us to know how to check the temperature and what's happening in big tech. So when we make a decision for ICG, when we say the future of ICG depends on the future of gaming and what developers have in mind for gaming, that's why we're probably making the decisions that we're making. It's based on education and it's based on real world experience. We work with groups every day. Me and Goodbarz are used to meeting people and making friends every day. For the few people that left the group, I understand that making friends aren't their best skill set. You know what I mean? And God bless to them. We'll move on. I'm glad everybody got what they're looking for out of life. And I think the future of gaming is going to have a much kinder social environment where people don't have the pressure to be professional gamers to play with Immaculate Connection. Our gaming community is open to all levels of players. So if you're a friend of Halo, if you're a friend of Immaculate Connection, come and check us out.
Please. And speaking of a safe place and a place to be at, to play video games, to share yourself, to be a part of a community and have fun, let's talk about plays.org, a wonderful new site where new and original games are published. No downloads, no apps, no online purchases. All these games are web-based, diverse, and they're a constantly growing collection of games. Pass the time with new 8-bit pixel retro games, basic arcade games, logic puzzles, and base defense games. Today's game, what we're going to be playing today, is 2 Minutes to Escape. Me and bro are going to review this game and see if you guys like it. We'll be right back.
Let's get it.
Savant Goodbarz here of Real Life Callouts, and we're on plays.org, about to play 2 Minutes to Escape. Bro, this is a game that doesn't need apps. It doesn't need no download. I could play it right on the browser on my phone.
What do you mean there's no subscriptions?
It's no subscriptions. It's no money. They don't need my email. They don't need my credit card.
What about a urinalysis?
I don't need a urinalysis. I don't got to do that. Bro.
What about a retina scan?
They don't need a retina scan. They don't need anything.
What about fingerprints?
They don't need no fingerprint. I can just literally go on the site that is plays.org. Again, this is Savant. I'm Mr. Goodbarz of Real Life Callouts, and we're about to play 2 Minutes to Escape, an 8-bit platformer.
About the joint.
There's an error for some reason, bro. I don't know what's going. Oh, Rocket Engine.
Nah, that tricked you. See that? That was sleight of hand, player. Just like the real joint.
Just like the.
See that? You going on parole? No, you're not.
No, you're not. Executing emergency protocol. So,
yep.
So I don't know what's going on. Welcome to This is Emergency Protocol. Step on the red button to start evacuation. I'm starting evacuation. I got 2 minutes to escape, I guess.
That was CP5.
That was CP5. This is CP4 right here.
Gotta go through that gate. Ooh, through the R&D gate. Look at them go.
Oh, no. They got spikes and electrical cords at R&D gate.
Huh? Mama Witt and Captain Chuck. They must be the boss, like the boss battle.
As we get over the electrical spikes. Oh, no. We got CEO shooting at me now. This is what's going down. Oh, no. The rocket system is damaged. It would attack everything it can. You need to get out.
Game.
Yeah, this game is tough.
Come on, man. You got to get the rhythm bars. What are you doing? You got to make the... nice move, bro.
That was good. You got to move a certain way. Hold up.
I feel like the red arrows look really more dangerous than the green arrows. I don't know why.
Yeah, they're homing arrows. They can hold on to you. Oh, damn! Come on, I didn't even get ready, dog. Just spawn me there, like.
Well, keep your Halo skills up.
I can't strafen this though. That's the only problem.
Beep 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 beep.
I know I'm hurting right now. I gotta go. Yo, I'm not gonna front on you. The left and right buttons on this is really good. Oh, what the hell?
Hold on now. Make it. Jump it.
Yo, that's crazy. Oh, I got another life. All right, let's get it. Oh, it's until the time goes away. I'm out. I don't even care. I take that L. You're gonna get hit by that anyway. Oh,
you got to move now. You got to move. Can you duck?
No, you can't duck. That's the sucky part. I got 18 seconds.
You're usually like the best at these platforming games. This one must be really challenging.
Yeah, bro. There is no let up, man. It's no let up. Come on. They don't give you no timer boost.
You have to realize that everybody in the whole world can see this. I've never seen you this. I've never seen you this bad at a platform game. You are the best platformer gamer I have ever met in my life, and you just shat all over the place.
But bro, it wasn't even like
Game over.
It's not even like I shat. It's hard. It's not even. It's really challenging, but it was fun though.
You did have fun.
I did have fun. Shout out to plays.org, man. That is 2 minutes to escape. Again, plays.org is a place where you can play original games. No downloads, no apps.
You can go there now.
You can go there right now. Plays.org on your mobile app, on your phone, on your tablet, anywhere you want to do on your PC, man. And I am Mr. Goodbarz. This is Savant, Real Life Callouts, and I condone this. Y'all, Halo Infinite.
Beep, 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 beep.
December 8th. Bro, how you feel right now, man?
I feel like they need to fix that needler. I hate the sound of it. I'm loving everything Halo Infinite right now.
Yes.
What I'm not loving is some of the sounds. You know how I am about sound design. Well,
Yes.
we work in a studio.
Of course.
We produce and engineer hip hop music,
Every day.
and we write and record heavy metal. Sound design is like everything.
Yeah, it's life.
The needler needs to have the glass shattering, breaking sound in it.
Yes.
There's no glassy,
It was
crystally sound.
It was very, very lackluster.
Um,
It was very
I'm just gonna go through my complaints, and then we'll do flight, because my complaints they're not even big. The needler, the sound of the needler.
Yes.
I honestly, the other one that kind of like drives me crazy is people being able to recharge their shields while sprinting.
While sprinting, yes.
I
That was,
don't think that plays off well.
A lot of people
in
were
a,
liking
in a
that.
multiplayer environment. I think it's like de-scoping.
Yeah, it
You
is
get
like
shot in the
de-scoping.
face, you should de-scope. If you get shot while you're running, it should slow you down.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be able to.
Some
there's
residual
no
will happen.
residual consequence. From that happening. It's just like how I said the Spartan charge when back in then when they smack your fucking head off a wall. There's no way you should be able to recover from something like that.
Yeah.
The same way you would if you were fresh.
Yes.
I think that's it. And I did have for a while, I said, where's the thruster? Where's the thruster? Where's the thruster? How come you got guys running around with space technology jetpacks on and there's no thruster? Because I felt like the grappling hook was taking way too much
Yeah, it was
attention.
everyone's focused on it.
Old ass technology. Like when you think of like bullets and projectiles, in the humans as the species using those weapons, they're kinetic, it's projectiles, it's caveman style stuff. Okay, you got a grappling hook, it's pretty cavemanish.
Yeah.
But in light of celebrating this is the future space combat warrior, for him to be like shining with this caveman grappling hook, but his thruster packs don't work.
Yeah.
It didn't play off well for me. So learning that the thruster packs are now a part of it, and it's made itself clear.
Yes.
It's some of the technology was missing from the game, and it's here now. I loved to see the rest of the sandbox open up.
Yes, I want to see the whole sandbox open up. Castle War Quinn got something in his pocket for us.
Maybe I don't know what they're doing about the big social gaming stuff. Like if they're gonna do like rec pack sort of stuff or requisition sort of stuff or drops, or we don't know the full extent of what kind of technology and armor unlockables and behaviors that we're gonna see, but that's part of the excitement. They can't have everything. And I know you're gonna talk about the flight, and I know you're gonna talk about the campaign reveal. So the only thing I want to say is I'm not disappointed, but I really still hope that the Flood makes an appearance. I hope they keep it a secret, and then
they kept it a real
comes. But if it didn't, but if the Flood wasn't in it right now, I would be like, oh wow. If I played the whole campaign right now and the Flood didn't show up, I would be like, ah man,
what if they do like what if like you beat the campaign
DLC?
Exactly, you beat the game
God,
and
here
they
we
pop
go.
up at the end.
If you have to pay for it, like I see where you're going with this, and I think in terms of games now, when they're like, these games evolve,
Yeah.
So that was a huge part of the confusion for me.
Yeah.
Was like, where the fuck did the Prometheans go?
Yeah, I know. I didn't see them at all. They didn't show no type of Promethean weapons. Nothing, bro. They're all gone.
All of a sudden,
All of them are gone.
Like I'm so fond of the light rifle.
Yeah, dog. I love the light rifle. Light rifle was.
I
one of
like
my
the light
favorite
rifle in
weapons.
4, and I like
5.
the light rifle in 5.
Yep.
Both of them are good for me.
Like it just feels good, man. and Halo 5 feels so good. I
So
don't
that's
know.
it, though.
Yeah, yeah.
You've been really living out the Halo experience.
Yes.
I've been watching.
Yes, you've been observing. You've been 343 guilty spark in this. But I'm gonna definitely say this, man. The feel of the flight was very, very heavy.
You said it was a little weighty.
It was weighty. It's
Do
a
you
little
think
bit more.
that's because you're playing on an Xbox One?
It could be that,
Yeah.
and the fact that I feel like they wanted to bring it back to like Reach a little bit, because Reach kind of felt heavy.
Spartans are supposed to feel a little heavier.
They supposed to feel like you in that suit.
Yeah.
That when you lift your arm up, you're moving in that suit, and it's a part of you. And that's what it felt like. It
Right.
really felt
Halo
like
4
that.
kind of felt a little Mario Kart-ish.
It did. Halo 4 was more like
If you don't pay attention to the Spartan, just hit sprint, right? In Halo 4.
Yeah,
and just
yeah.
and just
Just
go on a
run.
map. I was gonna say just go on any map, pull up any custom map, and just hit sprint and just hold it.
Yeah.
And then and load up nobody else on the map. Don't fight anybody. Just use the map as a track.
Yeah.
Load it up. Don't pay attention to the Spartan. Just pay attention to the camera.
Yeah.
And just go through them. It feels like a racing game.
Yeah, it does. And it's fast too. It's fast.
Extremely.
And this in Halo 5 it has a little bit of a speed, but it went more to the competitive side. I feel like
Everybody thought Halo 5 was too try hard. I loved it.
I
I liked that it was
loved Halo
I liked that it was
5.
messy and edgy and tough. But I talked all that crap earlier about future gaming, right?
Yes.
This is what I mean.
Yes.
This is what I mean about me being able to see the difference.
Yes. In
And
between
the
games.
fact that that's a feature. Like, I loved Halo 5, but there's so many of my friends that have played Halo with me through the years that refuse to play 5. Shout out to Chef. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Caesar. Shout out to all my dudes. But they don't like 5.
Yeah.
Even Slatanic don't like 5.
Yeah.
There's so many of my friends that I've played Halo with for 10 years that do not. Well, if I called them up right now and said, let's meet, let's play some Reach, they'd probably be up for it.
Yeah.
Today.
So Master Chief Collection, yeah.
If
I played with some people from back then on Master Chief Collection.
I've played, some of my favorite players that some of them are in ICG. Poetic
Yes.
is an ICG member that just has gotten his fill with H5, and so
Yeah,
many
he's
people
so done with
that
it.
love Halo is just like, oh my God, it's Halo 5 though, man. It's a game that literally hasn't evolved much, over the time that it's a very solid competitive game.
It is a solid
but
game.
other
It
than
is.
that,
It's a solid game.
other than that aspect, people had a real tough time.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Getting into traditionally.
Definitely. The flight was fun. They had the first flight of Infinite. They didn't have no big team battle. It was 4-on-4 against real live PvP players, and then they had the bots. And I had fun on both ends. I have game clips of me fighting bots. I have game clips of me fighting real PvP players.
Go to Immaculate Connection Gaming on the Xbox Live social network and go take a look at some of the uploads. I know XC also uploaded some stuff. He's always doing crazy stuff.
Yo, Etsy was tremendous.
We should
on
do
the
a
Ghost.
montage with like the end of 5
into
and some of the flight and some.
Yes.
I think we should document that.
Yes,
What do you guys think?
I'm definitely into that. If you guys want to see that in the comments, please drop them below. Thank you for joining up with us. And like I said, bro, like it is heavier. It is very, very heavy. The grapple hook doesn't feel like a cheat code, but it does feel like a way to maneuver around the map. I didn't get to feel the thruster pack. When I saw the campaign reveal and I saw the thruster pack, you got very excited about this.
And there's levels to it.
It's levels, is different abilities that each thruster pack has. And I saw some things for the grapple hook. I saw some things for shielding.
Oh, I wish they would make Overshield green again.
Yeah, bro. I said that too in the flight, and they made it gold, and I was just like,
Doesn't work for me.
I don't like it
Because
because
old people like me don't want change.
I just don't think it. I think it makes you light up too much. Like the green in
That's
5.
true.
The green and 5, you
shoot me.
Yeah, exactly. I have overshield. I have overshield. The green and 5, you could hide with the green and 5 and then still have a sniper. And sometimes you couldn't really tell if they was on a Warhog and they had the green on. And I don't know. I don't like the gold, but it was decent for when I played it. And the one thing I will say about the Spartan abilities,
I don't have a problem with
overshield
overshield being obvious. I have a problem with overshield being a different color.
Yeah, just in general. Do you like the fact that you can pocket it?
I think that's an amazing new addition to the game. Yes.
Yeah, I think that's dope. I think that's really cool.
I think that I think dual wielding should be an armor. I you know what I mean? I think it should be something you pick up or whatever.
Yes, something you pick up or something you achieve with
temporary too. You know what I mean? I think it should be temporary.
Yes.
Like it should be a power up.
It should be
you should have the ability to do it.
Yeah.
And then it turns off.
What about like if like you have it in your loadout, but you only can get it at a certain time when you achieve a certain thing, and then
no, I think it should be used like power ups,
like on the map. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, I
just like I think it should be an equipment thing.
Yes, like a grapple, like the grapple shot, like the.
I think Halo has always gone back and forth whether something should be equipment or a power up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they always beef with it. They always have that
med
back
packs,
and forth.
You know what I mean? Like. It's cool. I think
cool.
I was looking at all the
I don't like med packs though.
The armor on the enemies. I think it looks great. I don't know that new elite with the red energy swords. I think so far he's my favorite, man. He looks crazy.
Yo, your boy. Oh man, he's in the book, the newest book. And
like that's like something like, you know what I mean? I'm an old dude. I get a tattoo of that. Like that, you know what I mean? It's so dope.
Yeah, he is one of the Spartan hunters. He is a killer. He's the what they revealed was a render of another menacing Spartan killer, Jago Romanda. Yeah. Shout out to our fellow Jago stands. He is in the book. He hates Master Chief. He battles him in the book, and he just can't.
He looks mean. He's got the robotic arm.
Yes.
He's got the modified energy sword, like the arm gauntlet. Yeah. Energy sword. I love that.
He took the sides off and put it in the middle, so like as part of his hand and shit. Yeah. He did his thing on that. They did a really good render of him.
I love when they take old, like we always say, taking something kind of old,
and bringing it in.
and then using new ideas to make that kind of familiar but impressive.
Yes, they did a really good job on him. They did a good job on him. He looks different than the other elites too. He looks more sleek, stealthier.
He reminds me of like, remember when the Arbiter was fighting old boy on the Phantom?
Yes.
And he had the holograms of himself. He could make 2 or 3 different. I love that, man. This reminds me, this is nostalgic Halo stuff. Mini bosses. I mean, this is the stuff, you know, when I said I don't want them to regurgitate enemies like they did Warden and stuff. I mean, this is where it's at. This is what we've been asking for. I know you're thrilled, man.
Oh, bro, I am so excited for this. I
was talking to my son and I was like, you got to realize that this is probably the biggest game of our generation, like as far as like him being like my son and me being like, we grew up on this game together.
Together. Yes. This game came out the same time.
Like my son's now a young man. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And now we've all come full circle with the saga, you know, and this is where Halo's come to now. It's crazy to both be sitting here. And like we were on the phone talking about it, and I was like, "This is crazy." He was like, "Wow,
yeah."
Just to see, it was the first time that he could really reflect on his own life and be like, "Wow, look at how much we've expanded, how much we've grown." By looking at the video game and being like, "Wow, look at how much Halo's grown, look how much it's expanded." It's nice to see all these years of all the fans like fantasizing and like daydreaming about certain things coming to the title. And people talk a lot about 343, but I feel like this is one company that's done their best to give people with a balanced version
of Halo. And
I talk a lot of crap about 343, but this is a good example of them listening to the community and putting Craig in the game. You know, the community wanted to acknowledge Craig. Bam. Craig, don't hide it.
Yeah.
Don't fuss with it.
No. Make it a part of your game.
Awesome.
And they did put Craig in the game. This is a picture of Craig here, and they gave him the mohawk with the face paint.
I mean, I think to some degree they were like, look, if you guys want to meme and around with 343. This is how we're gonna deal with it.
Yeah.
I like how they dealt with it. They were like, you want to talk about Craig? Then Craig's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, he's gonna be dope.
If the community wants Craig, then Craig is gonna be something now. And look at these. Got the eye tattoo. I mean, he's got the battle scars.
He been through it, man. He been through it. He been through the meme world on the internet. He's a cyber survivor.
Yeah, he really people were mean to Craig on the internet, and look at his face. Does he look like somebody that's gonna be zucked or poked? I don't think so.
Halo Infinite, man, December 8th, campaign dropping real soon, man. Look at these great pictures of these guys. I am Mr. Goodbarz. This is my brother Savant.
Yes.
This is real life call outs, man. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful night.
This is Master Chief, Sierra 117, reporting from UNSC High Command. You're now tuned in to Immaculate Connection. Lock and load, and finish the fight. Chief out.
Real life callouts.